For millions of storm victims, getting to the polls is a low priority. So what impact could the hurricane have on Tuesday's vote? Let's bring in the host of ABC's This Week, George Stephanopoulos, for more analysis. Good morning, George. Guys. Exciting last 2 days here, but the president seemed to gain some momentum in Sandy's wake. But polls are showing that Romney's gaining popularity as well. So who has the upper hand right now?
And our latest poll shows an absolute dead heat, 48 to 48. Couldn't be closer. Now, that said, the president has been maintaining a small but pretty steady lead in most of those battleground states in all of the public polls over the last week. But you talk about Hurricane Sandy, it's been interesting. You know, the president was out there with Governor Christie and others over the course of the week, and you even had Karl Rove, who was President George W. Bush's strategist, say that that helped President Obama over the last several days. They believe it blocked Mitt Romney's momentum and helped burnish President Obama's bipartisan credentials.
In these final 2 days, is there anything that either of these guys can do to move the needle in any way, or is the die cast?
Die's pretty much cast, with this one exception. They've got to build excitement among their voters in these last 48 hours. It is all about turnout right now. That's why they're going back to those states that they focus on this whole way for the president: Ohio, Iowa, and Wisconsin. He's going with Bruce Springsteen in the final 24 hours. It's just about building excitement. You see Governor Romney there. He's been getting some pretty big crowds in Virginia and Florida.
And both sides confident that they will win this race. So when do you think when do you think we'll know? I mean, is it going to be a late night Tuesday?
No question it's going to be a late night on Tuesday. You know, there had been some question whether or not we're actually going to know even Wednesday morning. I think we're going to. I think it's going to be clear enough, even though this is shaping up to be the closest presidential race in memory.
Quickly, the ground game. Both sides yesterday talking about how they have the historic power in terms of getting people out to the vote. Is there any evidence about who has a stronger ground game?
Both sides do have pretty incredible ground games. If you just look at these early vote totals, more than 70% of the vote is already in the states of Nevada and Colorado. 40% of the vote in Iowa, almost 40% of the vote in the state of Ohio have already voted right now. The president has been working at this for more than 2 years. Governor Romney modeling his ground game on the successful one of President George W. Bush in 2004. They say it's Bush on steroids. So it's hard to say who's got the advantage right now, but both sides have invested a lot and got a lot out of it.
The Secretary of State in Ohio says they view the candidates like house guests that they're eager to see leave. George, thank you.